Hi, this morning I want to say a few words about Ed Schaller. Ed was a member of the Bucksmont community since his first visit here in May 1987 until his all too soon passing in 2007. Ed worked at the same company as John Hook, who told Ed about Bucksmont while on a business trip together, and Ed visited soon after that. During his time with us, Ed contributed enormously to the support, growth, and spirit of Bucksmont. Ed was much more than the sum of his contributions to Bucksmont, but I will mention some of them here. Ed was a driving force in the capital campaign and building committee that led to our sanctuary and wonderful RE spaces. He was a member of the task force that negotiated the parking and public water deal with the owners of the TD Bank and Walgreens property next door. Before then, when parking was sometimes limited here, Ed started and operated a shuttle service back when we used to have overfull parking at the shopping center at the corner of Street and Easton Road. Ed donated the bell that we still use to call every service and the chalice that is lit for every service. When the first chalice broke, Ed went back to the artist who created the original and had another one made. He created the first version of the Bucksmont website and installed the first wireless network here. He was involved in the stewardship drives for 15 years from 1991 through 2006. Ed was the chair of the membership committee from 1988 to 1990 and chair of the board of trustees from 1990 to 1993. He was involved with our shift in governance to board council format and served as council chair and liaison to the board. Ed was one of our longest serving treasurers, and his work with long-range planning and capital campaign showed his depth of understanding of Bucksmont's past, present, and future. Not having bookkeeping experience, Ed agreed to be the treasurer if Bucksmont purchased software for handling financial records. He led a team which carefully analyzed the options that were available at that time and selected church windows, which we still use today to handle all Bucksmont membership, contributions, and financial records. To keep track of all the recurring financial tasks required to be done, he created a calendar that described in detail how to do each job. This was extremely helpful when he transitioned the treasury responsibilities to the next person. The spreadsheets he developed for compensation and budget scenarios are still used today. The UUA has many listservs to support all aspects of church management. Ed was instrumental in starting the listserv for treasurers and other financial people. Ed was the person who brought the idea of the split plate to Bucksmont after hearing about it on the UU Treasurer's listserv, which he helped start. Ed was also a super nice guy, who I first met at the time I came to Bucksmont and started helping with the newsletter in the mid-90s. Ed was chair of the communications committee and helped guide me along. To me, it seemed like Ed was involved in everything around Bucksmont. When I was hanging bulletin boards in the new RE spaces after the new building opened, Ed stood behind me to make sure I did that correctly. It often seems to me like Ed is still here in many ways. Ed was truly one of the special people who has shaped and guided our fellowship towards who we are today.